next news. Breaking news from the White House.
Gary Franchi here, coming to you from the White House briefing room, where history is being made right now. After 54 years of bureaucratic failure, America's back on the road to the moon. But here's what the mainstream media won't show you: the incredible footage of everyday Americans witnessing this launch from 30,000 feet in the air. One pilot made a split-second decision and gave his passengers the view of a lifetime. Now, let me tell you why this matters to you and your family. For over 5 decades, we watched NASA stumble. We watched billions of your tax dollars get funneled into programs that went nowhere. The establishment told us the moon was too hard, too expensive, and too dangerous. Well, they lied. President Trump's NASA, under the leadership of Jared Isaacman, just proved them all wrong. Artemis II is screaming towards the moon as we speak, with 4 American heroes on board. This isn't just about space exploration, folks. It's about American dominance. This is about showing the world, showing China, that when America sets its mind to something, we get it done. And the footage coming in is absolutely breathtaking. Now, speaking of being prepared for historic moments, America just launched astronauts towards the moon for the first time in 54 years. After decades of being told it couldn't be done, we're doing it. That same spirit of refusing to wait for permission is why I trust my Patriot Supply. They're America's #1 preparedness company with over 3 million customers who understand that hope is not a strategy. Right now at preparewithgary.com, their best-selling 4-week emergency food supply comes with a free additional week. That's 5 weeks of security for your family. We're reaching for the moon again because leaders stopped making excuses. Stop making excuses about your family's preparedness. Go to preparewithgary.com right now, because history doesn't wait for the unprepared. All right, let me show you what everyone is talking about. From the footage coming in from this Artemis II launch is unlike anything we've ever seen. I've got some incredible clips to show you, including one pilot who made a decision mid-flight that gave his passengers the lifetime experience. And you're going to want to see this. First up, actual footage from inside the Orion spacecraft. The crew settling in after launch, and what they're describing about the view of Earth, well, listen to Commander Reed Weissman's own words. It'll give you chills.
All right, Amy, welcome on board the Integrity spacecraft. We got, right now, myself and Christina are in seats 1 and 2, getting ready for rendezvous and prox ops demonstration. Victor's just finishing up getting out of suits and getting suit drying going, and Jeremy is hard at work in cabin configuration. It was an amazing ride uphill. The views, we've got 2 moon rises that we've had so far, and the views of planet Earth, we've circled it completely, and we forgot how beautiful it is to look down on Earth.
Yeah, we have good separation, good motion. We are ATP go. Copy.
Did you hear that? We forgot how beautiful it is to look down on Earth. 2 moon rises already. They've circled our entire planet. These American heroes are just getting started. Amy, Victor, Jeremy, Christina Reed, the whole crew is go for the moon. This is Trump's NASA delivering results. But folks, you don't have to be an astronaut to witness history. Check out what people on the ground captured. This next clip is footage from a plane flying near the launch site. Now, I want you to watch the reaction of the passengers. They had no idea they were about to witness something extraordinary. The emotion here is raw, and it's real.
What I got?
Oh my God. Oh wow. What the hell, Jesus bless us all. Why are we doing it wrong? Watch out for the it's right here.
Listen to those screams. Oh my God, oh my God. That's the sound of Americans witnessing greatness with their own eyes. These folks were just on a regular flight, and suddenly they're watching a rocket carry our astronauts to the moon. You really can't fake that emotion. Now here's the official word from NASA leadership on where our astronauts are right now. This next clip is a critical update. NASA Chief Jared Isaacman himself confirming our astronauts are safe in high Earth orbit. But listen carefully to what he says about the last 54 years. This is the quote the media is trying to bury. Watch.
So good to see you this morning, and great to see the astronauts up in high Earth orbit. They're going to be spending most of the day conducting checks around their Orion spacecraft, making sure that it's ready to go on to the moon. Engineers on the ground are trying to investigate the cause of a very temporary communications problem. It occurred about 51 minutes after launch. For just a couple minutes, the astronaut on the ground assigned to capsule communication had trouble receiving messages from the flight crew. It happened while the spacecraft was switching links from one communication satellite to another, and Mission Control quickly reestablished contact with the crew.
They're secure and they're in great spirits. We will continue to monitor their health and the status as we move into the next phase of the Artemis II mission. So after a brief 54-year intermission, NASA is back in the business of sending astronauts to the moon.
Did you catch that? After a brief 54-year intermission, NASA is back in the business of sending astronauts to the moon. A brief intermission? That's Isaacman calling out decades of failure under previous administrations. And yes, there was a minor communication glitch, but the Trump team handled it in minutes. That is competence, folks. That is leadership. Now I want to show you what this looked like from a perspective that you have never seen before. This next clip is stunning. Once-in-a-lifetime view, witnessing the human species slowly becoming multi-planetary. Watch how fast this rocket is moving, and think about what this means for America's future. Look at that speed. You can actually see the rocket accelerating towards space. This is what American engineering looks like, folks. This is what happens when you get the government bureaucrats out of the way and let winners run the show. We are becoming a multi-planetary species under President Trump's leadership. But this next video, this is the one that is going absolutely viral. You have to see what this pilot did. This is the story of the day. A pilot mid-flight over Florida made the decision to reroute his entire aircraft so every single passenger could watch the Artemis II launch from above. Listen to the pilot's voice. 15 years he's been waiting for this moment.
Oh, wow, look. Oh, my God, look.
see it. Move your head. Oh, wow. Wow.
15 years of flying, folks, praying that I get to see something like this. You don't see this every day. They're going around the moon. I flew down to Florida, I don't know how many times, half a dozen times, to see that space shuttle take off in my day, and always canceled. And here, front row seats. This is something you want to tell your grandkids, you guys that are 3 years old. My grandkids got to see it.
15 years of flying, folks. He said he's been praying to see something like this. He watched space shuttle launches get canceled time after time, and now, under President Trump, he finally got his front row seats. This is something you want to tell your grandkids. That pilot's a patriot. He gave those passengers a memory they will carry for the rest of their lives, and that, my friends, is what this moment is really all about. This is what American greatness looks like. From the crew inside Orion describing the beauty of Earth, to passengers screaming with joy on commercial flights, to a pilot who waited 15 years and finally got to say, this is something to tell your grandkids. This is Trump's America. 54 years of failure erased. The establishment said it couldn't be done. The bureaucrats said it was too hard. China thought they had us beat. Well, wrong. We are going back to the moon. And we're not just visiting, we're staying. So folks, you just witnessed history. Share this video with everyone you know. Let them see what the mainstream media refuses to show. That America's winning again under President Trump's leadership. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring that notification bell so you never miss a single update. We're covering this moon mission every step of the way. And remember, when they told us America's best days were behind us, we just proved them wrong. We're just getting started. I'm Gary Franchi reporting from the White House. Stay informed, stay free, and I'll see you at the next report.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now. You know out.